You know the deal, I have a wheel full of genres. So let's spin the wheel and find out what we're gonna learn to make today. Click to spin. Now, if there's any genres you want me to add to the wheel, make sure you let me know down in the comments. Oh, I'm kind of hyped for that. I'm kind of hyped for boom bap. Because I feel like it's gonna be a really big switch up for me from trap. So let's learn how to make boom bap. J Cactus, what can you teach me?
Do it. Havoc's a genius when it comes to sampling,
Dog, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to sample. I want to cook up from scratch.
all of which you won't find in any other kits. We've got the Alchemy analog
Dog
bank
is
as well.
plugging his kit. Yo, he's plugging his kit from a minute to 5 minutes and 30 seconds. That's crazy. Bro, just want to learn how to make the melodies myself. I don't care.
But for the sake of the tutorial, I wanted to show you guys a bit more. So I'm gonna make a melody and then maybe we could
Finally. Now let's cook up a beat. For BPM, you're gonna want to go with something much slower, like 80 BPM. I'm trying to go for something dark. And to build that dark vibe, I'm gonna throw in some dissonance here. Let's just bring this up an octave because it's pretty deep. Ooh, that just sounded way better. All right, to give this more of a human vibe, I'm gonna strum the chords with Alt-S. Then I'm gonna go into the tools, humanize, and then everything's gonna be really human sounding, I guess. I need a better piano sound. I'm kinda hoping Analog Lab can save me. Yeah, I want some more depth in these chords, so I'm just gonna layer the bass note down an octave too. Once you have those chords down, you kind of want to throw in some phrases with the piano too. So just like some runs. White Wizard type beat, what the f. I'm just gonna add in another run kind of over here too. Now, aside from that, it's mostly just texture-y kind of things. So for example, I'm just gonna layer these chords with this string. Ooh, I'm just gonna find whatever weird effect sounds I can in Omnisphere and use that. I feel like this is very usable though. You could also throw in some mallets or bells for these kinds of beats. And I'm pretty much just following the chords there, but I kind of want to spice up the rhythm a bit. Now mixing wise, obviously you're going to want to cut out all of the bad frequencies. Now for the phrases, I'm going to throw a little bit of delay on it. Now to give it that sample vibe, you want to route everything to the same track. So just click the little arrow off the master and dump it into an open track. And then you can throw in some effects like RC20. And then with that, you just want to arrange the whole thing out, kind of like a loop. Now to give it a little bit more of that sample vibe, I'm going to speed my BPM up. I'm going to render that whole thing out, and then we want to bring this back down to a BPM we want to work with, so I'm going to go to 85, and maybe we can find a different pitch while we're at it. I'm going to render that out again, and then we just need to right click in here and then open it up in Fruity Slicer, set the cut to be on beat, and then let's turn up the attack and the decay a little bit so it has that choppy sound. Then once you have some basic chops that you're happy with, you'll want to throw in a bass guitar. Yeah, I'm just gonna repeat this same kind of pattern. And in general, I just want these bass notes to be a bit shorter. Now for the hi-hat, we're gonna wanna do a two-step. You're gonna wanna humanize this, make it just have some kind of swing to it. And then we'll throw in like some really light rolls here and there. And we're gonna cut some hi-hats out in some places as well. And in those places we put the cut, we're gonna put an open hat as well. This has gotta be the worst sounding open hat ever. And to make sure the open hat is hitting only when we want it to, I'm just gonna set the envelope so that the attack is 0. Pretty much everything other than the hold is set to nothing. Now for your snare, you're gonna wanna put it on the 2 and the 4. And I'm just gonna drop mine down because I want a little bit of a lower tonality to my snare. Now for the kick, it's gonna be really important to play around with the velocities. Like for example, we can have like a ghost kick leading into this kick. Dog, I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time I've made boom bap in my life. But if we really want to spice this up, we can throw in some snare rolls. Just feels too on grid though, so let's like move this off a bunch. The snare with the kick might sound good, I don't really know. It kind of did. I'm just putting notes in places right now. I feel like it works. I'm not too sure, please let me know. So for variation, I've got my chop across different parts of the sample. I think it would be cooler to start a little bit more minimal. And then can we come in on the snare? And then to finish the beat off, you can just add in a sample from a show or a movie. To mix that, you want to put some kind of telephone filter on it and a little bit of reverb too. By the way, you can check out the last time I did this where I learned how to make soul samples. It's gonna be up above, and here's the full thing.
I don't know how your prices are so low, but I know it can't keep up that way. I'm sure you're scared, probably in debt. It's the best offer you're gonna get.
I'll see your situation and I'll raise you a situation. Your company is losing clients left and right. You have a stockholder meeting coming up and you're going to have to explain to them why your most profitable branch is